I think it's about time I finally see what new things have been going on.
It's about time, honestly.
Shut the f. Okay, so we have to make a video on pretty much almost all the new sneak peeks and everything the Mimic done. All at once.
Yeah, isn't that the plan that you had for the video? What are you asking me for?
Well, the usual way I do these kind of videos is that I pretty much just put a little slideshow on and just show pictures of sneak peeks, but like, I don't know.
Have you really run that low on ideas that you pretty much don't want to make the exact same thing over and over again? Like this exact video?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to just keep showing a slideshow to people. I actually, like, need interaction, I guess? I don't know.
Why don't you just show them and scroll down through the Discord server itself? It's not that hard.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Hey everybody, it is I, Helix here, and welcome to a very different sneak peek breakdown video, okay? So, instead of just doing the regular slideshow to you, because, if we're being honest here, with the amount of sneak peeks that we've gotten so far in the announcements, there's like a lot of pictures I would have to go through and create, and a lot of text and everything, so why not just give it to you all right here, raw, at the actual Discord server itself? You know what I'm saying? As you can see right here, we're in the actual CT Studios Discord. Yeah, we're in the server. So I'm on links right now, but the real meat and juice is in sneak peeks and I guess game announcements. So you know what? Let's go ahead and just look at game announcements first. Hello everyone, just a heads up. Next week we're probably shutting the game down for maintenance for the game update. So yeah, the game is getting shut down as like maintenance wise. Kind of like how Bye Bye Night is doing, even though they're taking like forever. I have hope in CT Studios that they won't do the same thing that Bye Bye Night is doing. But then they said, this is to ensure that the chapter delivers with full quality and free of bugs. We are already testing on a private place, but there's always unexpected surprises when we polish it to the main game. No exact date yet for the maintenance, but expect next week. So, I'm pretty much recording this on the week that they're going to shut this game down for maintenance. So, who knows when the game's going to freaking shut down and get maintenance on. But, if it doesn't happen before this, if it doesn't happen after this video, play the game while you still can, while it's still up, before they push it down for maintenance. Then they said lots of new content for this chapter. Can't wait to share with you all. So yeah, big things coming up for the Mimic, especially for book 3. Cannot wait. But that's kind of what's going to be happening this week, because it's already June 3rd, and if I look on my calendar, it is already June 9th. So at some point this week the game's going to get shut down, and yeah, we'll just have to be ready for no Mimic for a few days. Get ready to be going on the classic games now, you know what I'm saying? But now we're going to go into sneak peeks. As you can see, I am already on the recent one. The one on March 1st is the one that we kind of left off at a while ago. But now let's go ahead and see March 8th, which I believe this is a lantern reveal. Oh my. Oh. Okay, so what I got from that is apparently a new lantern, apparently. Let's look at the second one. Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, I thought so. So, from what we got from that is one of the new lanterns that's going to be coming to book 3. And if you don't recognize what that thing was, that was the schoolgirl monster thingy from the trailer. That's what pretty sure what that lantern is referencing. Also, if you didn't redeem this code yet, go ahead and redeem it. Don't know how long it's going to be up for. But that seems to be a new lantern right there, which that's going to be really, really sick. As it seems like it's a red or a pink lantern. Very nice, very nice. I like how it's a doll. Like, hold on, if we go back to it, like, look at this design. I really like how it's a doll. And it has like X eyes. That's really cool. That lantern might be fitted for me. Hold up. Now the next sneak peek is from June 3rd. It's another lantern sneak peek. Ooh. Oh, okay. So what we got from that is obviously a new lantern. But if we kind of look at the design a bit, if like right here is good. Look at this design. Okay, that actually really brings me back to like when the first ever lantern came out, like when book 1 chapter 3 came out and we got the lantern like as like a usable thing. This really brings me back to like the original the original Lantern's design, like the first Lantern's design. Like that's really cool. And the animation that plays too. Like you do its usual, it's like a spinning lantern, like the jack-o'-lantern, like the Fudamote lantern, but instead of it just holding in your hand, it spins around the entire body. Like that's really, really cool. And right here we get a third-person view of it. Like, look at that. That is... Okay, that lantern... Okay, yo. That is a really cool lantern. That's a really cool lantern. A lantern for when you complete Book 3, Chapter 1 Normal Mode. Okay, so this is the lantern you get from when you beat it. Like, you just beat the chapter. Kind of like... Just like in Book 2, where you get a lantern if you beat the chapter just normally. This is going to be that lantern for that chapter. So, that's awesome. Next lantern will be the Game Pass Sneak Peek lantern. As for the Yin lanterns, they won't be revealed until Nightmare Mode is out. So yeah, obviously, good old Muck is gonna be gatekeeping the Nightmare Lanterns for some time, because obviously, this is just gonna be normal. It's gonna be releasing just like with Book 2. Nightmare Mode is kind of where the real difficult and challenge comes in for some of us. And the Nightmare Lanterns are pretty much like the one thing that's for Nightmare Mode. That's like the main reward for when you complete it and do it. So, I'm very excited, but they did say that the Game Pass Lanterns are going to be next, so we'll view that next. But for now, we got this sneak peek right here, which, if you couldn't tell, we got the play here and the timestamp. This is obviously for the VHS video thing that we saw from the trailer, where we saw like a VHS video-like effect for the trailer in a way. It's like almost like a last man recording or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is going to be part of the recording. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe these are the feet of Netamo, aka the Beast of Rage. So it really does seem like the people who are filming this video unfortunately got into contact face-to-face with Rage, and I'm gonna be specific here and presume that they are dead after this video, since our main character probably isn't gonna end up finding this video and gonna see it and be like, oh, this is a recording that they found after they died, and this is the thing that they found. Like, can you imagine like just going down a cave that's just randomly here in the middle of nowhere and finding that thing down there? Like, I'd probably shit my pants and wouldn't live to tell the tale because I would be dead. But the next one's on June 4th, and if we just unspoil these here, right here, I couldn't even tell you what this is. I really couldn't even tell. But we got some teapots, whatever that is right there. But I think the one thing I am seeing though is we got this right here, this little monocle thing in the middle, which I'm gonna be guessing is the thing for our gun, is what I'm guessing. So when you have your pistol equipped, I think that's gonna show like as a little aim thing or whatever. So our character's either hiding somewhere or we're just like in a really, really dark room. I couldn't really tell you. But the next one is obviously inside the school somewhere. Oh, I can actually see our little aim thing right here too. So maybe that's not an aim thing? If that isn't, then what the hell could that possibly be? But the next sneak peek here, yeah, I see the little thing right there. So obviously we're holding our gun at that point. I'm guessing that's what a little dot is right there. But we're obviously in the school area, and if you look over to your left, we can see our little schoolgirl monster right here. But she has legs. That's the weird thing, is that she has legs. But in the trailer, we saw her with like those weird spider legs or whatever. So does that mean that the schoolgirl monster with legs is like a form of hers? Like, is that like her regular form? And like the one with the monster legs is like her monster, like demon form or whatever? I don't know. I couldn't really tell you, but I can agree with probably everyone here that this sneak peek looks creepy as hell. And she looks creepy as hell standing in the doorway, which is kind of like the main thing for this chapter and book, you know what I'm saying? And our next sneak peek here is, I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like, what is this? Like, if I can look carefully, I'm seeing chains right here. I'm seeing... It almost looks like whatever's supposed to be here is, like, blacked out. Like, you know, like, in, like, those backroom things, like, there's this... It's like the monster itself is, like, blacked out, whatever. I feel like that's what we're getting here. Like, this area right here is like... It's supposed to show something, but it's blacked out. And I don't know how to feel about that. All I know is that there's water right here, and... I don't know, it looks like this takes place in the cave. This probably is Rage's cave, with Rage standing right there. I don't know. Is that all done? Yeah, that's all done. Okay. Now we're moving on to June 5th, which is the most recent things, and unfortunately the last thing we'll be reviewing in this little catalog, I guess. But here it is, the Game Pass Lantern Final. Oh yeah, so kind of mad that I didn't do this earlier, like way before, because the Game Pass Lantern actually looked different way before, which it looks like this right here, and now this is the new version. But let's just go and watch these videos real quick. Yep. This is gonna be our new Game Pass Lantern right here. Interesting. Okay, and let's get the first person view. Okay, so if it wasn't obvious enough, this guy right here is Isamu. That is actually, in my opinion, that is kind of diabolical if you think about it. Because obviously at the end of book 2, or somewhere in book 2, I think it was chapter 3, Isamu made a deal with Shinigami where if he passed his trial, he would go back to Earth and like you know, come back to life, but he would only be there for a limited time. And then at the end of book 2, Shinigami literally takes his soul and like, you remember our deal, right? And Isamu dies in the end. And now you're telling me the Game Pass Lantern is Isamu's like Jigoku soul holding the bow still. Like we get his soul or spirit as a lantern. Like, am I the only one that thinks that that's pretty diabolical to do, if I'm being honest here? Like, that is crazy to have him as a lantern after what happened in book 2. That is insane right there. But I'm not complaining, because if I'm being honest here, this lantern, even though it is like Isamu, whatever, this does look really, really cool. This is a really cool lantern. But the other cool thing is that it's also really cool that you actually get to see Isamu like as a Roblox model, and not like a character like Muck is right here. Like obviously he's the Roblox character, but Isamu here is like an actual like model, which is really, really cool because you can see what he looks like. Kind of hope they do the same thing with Yasu, like the book 1 main character at some point. But whatever. And then obviously these are the side-by-sides. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Which one do you think is better? This old one right here? Or the new one right here? Which one do you think looks better? I'm going to say right now, I think the new one looks better because if I look at the old one right here, the face, I kind of dig it, but it's just the hair. Like, look at the hair from this angle, and then look at the hair on this one right here. Like, you can see, like, this one is very, very low detailed, and this one's highly detailed. Obviously, you can see it. If they stuck this hair with this face, maybe I would have liked the lantern a little bit more, but, you know, I can dig this one. I can dig this one. I just got to prepare my currency for when it actually comes out, you know what I'm saying? And then the last thing is green because the light is green. It's like that for both lanterns. So, yeah. That is pretty much going to be it for this video. It really wasn't much to go through because we only had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish things to go through. But yeah, I think that everything we have so far for book 3 is amazing so far. Like, I obviously you can tell I'm very excited for when this chapter comes out, depending if I'm ever going to be late or not to the chapter, but who cares? A new book is coming, a new era for the Mimic is arriving. a new chapter is playable, and I am going to be here for it. To get the Kane Best Lantern, even the new lanterns that are coming out, especially this one. And like, I am excited. I'll say that. I am very excited. But without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get out of here. Pretty sure, like, pet of mine that you saw earlier is probably scrapping at food or something like that. I gotta go feed him. But, I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. The usual stuff, you know what I'm saying? This is Helix. Peace out, y'all.